All right, welcome back and thank you for staying. You're still watching Daybreak Extra on Trust TV. Now, today our topic will open. It's time for the open line discussion. Open line where you get to call in and get to have your say on what we will be discussing this morning. And it's always a time that we actually look forward to.
Indeed.
Yeah, we always look forward to hearing what the other end actually has to say about a specific topic. And today we'll be discussing the effects of retirement on retirees and their families, or the impact of retirement on retirees and their families. And this is something that I know a lot of people actually go through. If once you've approached retirement age, you've been saving money for like 60 years. Once you approach retirement age and it's now time for you to access the money, it's a different ball game.
Indeed.
Entirely, right? That's if you've been saving in some coffers where instead they use your money for something else. You find difficult to access, and there are lots of, I think the poorest set of people in Nigeria are the retirees. Imagine working that long, saving so much money so that you can enjoy your retirement without even depending on anybody, not even your children, and then you go for your money, your hard-earned money, and it doesn't come to you.
There's a lot of stress, on that one. Yes. There are a lot of sad stories around.
Yeah, lots of stories. And we've actually seen in recent times a lot of retirees picketing offices, government offices, picketing federal parastatals, asking and demanding for their monies, and everything. And some of them are aged people. Some of them are in their 80s. Most of them in their 70s. They don't even have the strength. It's really sad when such stuff actually happens. But let's get to see what this is all about. Many of us spend years picturing our ideal retirement, whether it's traveling the world, spending more time with family and friends, pursuing hobbies such as painting, golf, gardening, fishing, or simply enjoying the freedom to relax and take it easy for a change. In the public sector, the failure of government to meet the pension expectations of retirees has shattered the plans of many, as well as inducing economic trauma, which is, in some cases, have led to fatalities. And we have stories, of so many senior citizens who had collapsed and died on queues while waiting for their pensions. The stress to even get your pension is something.
Yes.
You waiting for your pension is something. And the pension is actually compulsory, especially if you're a permanent staff.
Yes,
it is compulsory.
You don't have, nobody has actually consult you consult
to know
you to know whether
you're
if
interested.
You want
exactly,
not, so.
It's compulsory, and it's taken once your salary, comes
before
in.
Your salary
before your
hits
salary,
your account.
it's removed and everything. Now, some of the families of these deceased are frustrated and cannot even access their father's or mother's pension due to unnecessary demands made by the pension bodies. But while we tend to give lots of thought to planning for the financial aspects of retirement, we often overlook the psychological impacts of retiring from work, which is very true. Having spent so many years working and then you stop, it definitely affects you somehow. Yeah, but in some cases, I don't think this Gen Z and millennials will be affected by not working. Do you think so? Probably Gen Zs will not be. Maybe millennials,
yeah,
but not Gen Zs.
It's because people are more now there is
relaxed,
digital work.
Laid back.
So you can do more things.
Now, you may grieve the loss of your old life, feel stressed about how you're going to fill your days, or even worry about the toll that being at home all day is taking on your relationship with your spouse or partner. And now some new retirees even experience mental health issues such as depression and anxiety. Now, the fact that retirement happens at old age, health is also an important consideration. We all know that. And how can we change the narrative of some of these issues that retirees are actually facing, like lack of accountability and transparency in management of the contributed funds, or even fraud in other cases, and irregularities, also lack of annual auditing and publication of annual audit reports of trustees, illegal dissolution of the trustees, and many more. Now, if you want to join us on this conversation, you can actually, you would actually find the number on the screen. Yes, the number is definitely on the screen. Just either call us on that number or send us a message on WhatsApp.
Yeah, WhatsApp
okay,
message.
the number is there, 080-7599-2766. That is the number on your screen. Feel free to send us a message or even call us. You know, if you've tried sending messages and it doesn't go, if you've tried calling us and it didn't go through, or if it doesn't go through, please make sure you send us a WhatsApp message and we'll definitely read it. And please make sure when you're calling us, you move away from your TV set. You either turn it off or turn the volume down so we could talk to you on phone. Okay, and we already have a caller. Good morning. Thank you for joining us on Daybreak Extra. What's your name and location?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
What's your name and location?
My name is Usman Garba Santraki, calling for Yola.
All right, Usman, it's nice to hear your voice. Thank you for calling us. So,
I was very sad in the opening remarks. I heard that are you living Daily Trust or your change department? Usena. Honestly, I'm one of your fans. So I was devastated by hearing that you are living. Are you living Trust TV or your change department?
I'm living
so that we need to know why you're going so that we'll put you in prayers.
Please, our prayer it doesn't matter. Just put me in prayers.
So I wish you the best in whatever endeavor you find yourself doing.
Amen. Thank you so much, Usman. I appreciate it.
In regards of the topic of today, honestly speaking, a lot of pensioners are having it very bad, more especially those on the pension scheme. But the people that they are on defined pension scheme are the one that they are getting things better. You will find somebody work for 35 years, at the end of the day, even the pension is not forthcoming. And it is money, no anybody's money. It is your own money that you set. Most of these pension schemes, companies that the federal government has introduced or some states has also introduced, are not helping matters, honestly speaking. Somebody will retire, but if you see the amount of money that's being paid to him as a pension on monthly basis, it's nothing to write about. So I'm an advocate of let the government change this thing completely and turn back to the defined pension scheme. That defined pension scheme is more appropriate, and the government should make sure that they set up a pension commission board to each state, so that at the end of the day, when you retire after 35 years of service or attainment of 50 years of service, your money is there intake, so that you find something to face the challenges of another lifestyle after being a civil servant for that period. That is what I'm advocating for. Let government resort back to define pension scheme. It is appropriate to us. Thank you very much, and may God bless. And I wish you the best in whatever place you find yourself, Hussein. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Usman. We appreciate your call. Well, he actually made very relevant, suggestions.
Indeed.
And it's something like, I think, was it last week? I actually saw a story of a planned pensioners actually planning a protest, but they actually shelved it. They gave an ultimatum. Yes, they gave an ultimatum to a state government. Or is it federal government? I'm not really sure, but I would actually find that story.
I feel like these people, they don't have strong people behind them. To back them
that's
up.
Another thing.
And especially, some of them don't even have kids to stand up for them. So, okay, we have another caller there. Good morning. Good morning. Your name and location, please.
We can't hear you.
All right, you need to call us back if you want to connect with us this morning to talk about, the struggles of the retirees and their families. And speaking of families, Hussein, some of these people, and just like you mentioned earlier, is their parents are deceased. They're dead, so they have to go claim as the next of kin.
Yeah, that's even more difficult.
And I know people firsthand who actually shed a lot of weight because of the struggles of going back and forth all around the nation's capital in order to get the money from their late father. Good morning. We have another caller there. Good morning. Please stay away from your TV set. We can actually hear your TV's volume right here. Okay, I think you need to call us back or reduce the volume of your TV set in order to talk with us. All right, let's move on from that.
Yeah, we're actually talking about, I think it was in Benue State. Yes, it was in Benue State. They gave they give. Hello, can you hear us?
Very well.
All right. Good morning. Your name and location, please.
Good morning. My name is Abubakar Sadiq Mohammed. I'm calling from Niger State.
Okay. Go ahead with your thoughts, Abubakar.
Thank you so much. Talking about struggle of retirees and their families, I think I should be one of those to comment. I'm in my 4th year after retirement.
Wow.
Okay.
Unfortunately, this idea of contributory pension is not working in my state. That is Niger State. But with the new government we have in place, with its good intention, we believe that something positive will happen. But I must tell you that the condition of retirees in Niger State is highly pathetic. There are people who have spent close to 13 years after retirement. Some are even dead, some are paralyzed, some are bedridden. And believe me, they have not gotten a dime of their entitlement. We have always called on the government, particularly the past government. Unfortunately, they did little or nothing as far as the life of pensioners in Niger State is concerned. But our prayers is that with the coming of the new government and with the level of the preparedness we have seen, we are waiting for him to address the issue of these pensioners that has preoccupied almost all of us. And like I told you, a great number are in a very pathetic situation. And I must tell you, even the implementation of the so-called new contributory pension in Niger State is so terrible that, let me give you an instance of somebody who retired on level 16, step 9, and is being given 27,000 naira as take-home monthly pension. You can imagine the kind of calculation these people did. So we are calling on the government to please take a look at these people and do something urgently about our life. Some of us who want to enjoy our fruit, we have worked and labored for the state. We wouldn't want our money to be handed over to somebody after we are dead. Let us have part of it so that we can also take care of our problem, pay our debts, be able to have a roof over our head. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Abubakar, for that, and we're sorry about your ordeal. We hope that, of course, the new governor of Niger State would work on that, and other states as well, because we have a lot of stories. We
actually have, the governor of Osun State, Adeleke, presenting a 2.1 billion naira bond to Osun pensioners so that they can actually get paid. We also have that of Oyebanji, that's in Ekiti State. He actually unfolded, due to subsidy removal, unfolded plans for palliatives for pensioners as opposed to, the
normal salary.
The normal pensions that they'll be receiving monthly.
Sad one. Okay, we have another caller there. Good morning.
Hello?
Yes, good morning. Your name and location, please. Go ahead. Okay.
All right. Now, when he talks about, some people being paid 27,000 naira monthly, you actually have pensioners demanding for 150,000 naira minimum pension. Yes, monthly.
I feel when someone actually makes that demand, that means the person knows that maybe he has a huge amount to stock up, with this pension bonds.
So why are they giving him peanuts? Because it's his money. So shouldn't they be responsible for the amounts that they would want to be collecting at the end of every month?
Exactly. And we're trying to change the narrative of, people just going back home and waiting to make their children their own pension, should I say, platform or something. Okay, we have another caller there. Good morning. Good morning. Are you with us?
Hello?
Yes. Good morning. Your name and location, please.
Yeah, my name is Jacob Temitope.
Jacob, can you speak louder a bit?
Hello, my name is Jacob Smith. I'm calling from Bauchi.
Okay, Jacob from Bauchi. Please go ahead with your contribution.
Yeah, actually, I want to say that the issue of this pension contribution, based on how technology has gone far, there are more ways in which we can make this thing to be flexible for pensioners. We have a lot of apps that at a certain age you expect that you can be able to withdraw your money. But all these things are not done based on the scam that are involving pension reform. So I just wish that they should add more electronic means to ensure that pensioners can able to access their fund at certain years. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much on that one. But if they should have access, if you know a pensioner, it could become like a bank account for you to have access to your money. Wouldn't that defeat the purpose of someone helping you to monitor the amount?
It depends. You know, some people would actually prefer their monies being monitored so they don't end up squandering everything at once, while some probably have something they really want to do with. Yes, exactly, with the money. For example, they want to buy a house, they want to buy a car, so they should be given access to whatever they want to do. It's their money. It took them time to save. Should it take them time to actually, you know, get the money back
and we know some people, you know, are just about talking about depression and all that. So some people would rather go home and create a business that could just, you know, they could sit and monitor.
So if you have a pensioner like that who wants to start a business and has saved up like 5 million naira in their account, shouldn't they have access to that instead of 20,000 naira every month?
Which wouldn't amount to nothing.
Exactly. Do you understand? And then there's a likelihood of, you know, the person even dying before they exhaust the money, and then it behooves on the children, which might be stressful for them to
collect. Stressful. Okay, we have another caller there. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, your name and location, please.
This is Ahmed calling from Kefi.
Okay, Ahmed.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I think this is an interesting issue you guys are discussing.
Thank you. Thank you, Ahmed.
So I think the problem of that pension scheme, there is a kind of insincerity and inhuman faith towards addressing the issue. Because I don't know how to describe him. There is no how. Somebody can serve the government after serving the government for the whole of his life, and then he now find it very difficult to assess his pension. And this is the most sensitive period in a civil service and a civil servant life, because at that point on time he has attained an old age. So it mustn't be necessary that that person must have a children that they might look after him. So you can imagine the kind of situation a civil servant will find himself. Once, that is why you have statistically, I was able to lay my hand on the research that some patriotic Nigerian made. Because statistically, what is saying that about 45% to 50% of the pensioners died before their time. The reason is simple. Many of them at that age, they are vulnerable to some certain diseases, ranging from diabetes, high blood pressure, and all these kind of sicknesses. Some, they have even paralyzed. And you know what it takes to get drugs for such kind of people. So if you don't have a children or a child to look after you, that will become a serious problem. So I think this thing is inhuman. I don't know how to even describe it, because it is quite alarming and disturbing the way these people roaming about on the street. looking for their pension after their services. I think the authority needs to do something about it. And this thing only happens within the rank and files. Those people in the authorities, before they are retiring, their package is being arranged. This is so unfair. This is so unfair. I don't know how to describe it.
Thank you, Ahmed.
If we are talking about the population, let's take a look at China. How much is our population? How much is our population? That we cannot manage and give these people the life they deserve after serving our dear country. These are the faithful people. In fact, the authority need to do something about it. I did this very disheartening. It's very disheartening and very unfortunate.
Indeed, it is. I mean, Hussein, we're talking about this money that is being packed up. We all know that it's not a money that is just kept waiting for you. It's something that they put into business in order to multiply.
Exactly, so they get interest.
They get interest to it. So the interest should serve the people that work there, while you give the people their own money.
Do you remember when the past administration wanted to borrow pensions?
Indeed. It was a dramatic, there was no explanation to what led them to that point. You know, in order for them to even seek funds to do what exactly? It's not like you're servicing the pensioners or something.
They needed to borrow some more money. They borrowed a lot, so it was just thoughts, taken from the pensions.
From what Ahmed, the last caller, said, I know someone who went through that. Her uncle was old, super sick, and he was bedridden. And I think every 10 years, I'm not sure of the years, pension would make sure that you come in and then sign to make sure you're still alive in order to continue. So they had to drag him all the way from Plateau to Abuja in order to do that while bedridden. So that is something that, they could form another way in order for someone to easily do it without coming down there. All right, we have another caller. Good morning. Morning.
I think he put us on hold.
Okay, I think you'd have to call us back at that one. Okay, good morning. Are you with us? I think you have to call us back again, in order to get in your thoughts, your contribution. What should the federal government do when it comes to, the pensioners and their sad situations, in challenging, in getting their money, after serving it for years. All right, we have another caller. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, your name and location, please.
My name is Brian Adamu from Niger State.
Okay. Welcome to Daybreak Extra. So go ahead with your thoughts.
Okay. There are two ways or three. Number one, civil servants are not fond of doing any work before retirement. That's number one. Number two, the pension house, that is the pension managers, are too corrupt. Then number three, there is no structure on ground to take care of pensioners. And how could you imagine somebody after 60 years that cannot do anything except civil service? We expect him after 60 years to start thinking of doing another thing. Civil servants should be encouraged to start business or to start something aside civil service. Because many people are dying, many families are in trouble after retirement. Some people will even die in pursuit of their retirement benefits through the children. They find it very difficult. Many questions were asked to those children that they don't have answer. Maybe many letters you ask, or you have had the appointment letter, you are this and that these children cannot even access it. So at the end of the day, you find that children and family are in trouble. So I may suggest here that please, civil servants should be given chance to start one or two things to sustain them after retirement. then please, the retirement benefit to the government to try and pay in time. Lastly, please, EFCC or ICPC, they should go to pension house, pension managers, and check them, because most of our pension boards, if you go there, you see them in luxury cars. They use some of the pensioners' money that they cannot recover for themselves. And even the pension managers, you see them in luxury. Their children are there. If you talk of the call of screaming, you see them in cars. But they are using your money, and at the end of the day, you get paid talking. So I hope government will look into this and take care of pensioners. If not, we are encouraging corruption. Our younger ones now are there. They are watching. So if you didn't get paid at the end of your work, then they start thinking then you do what otherwise, which is wrong. That is corruption. So if somebody will be paid well, definitely he will do his work and do it judiciously. But when you think after retirement nothing for you, then you try to go into what doesn't belong to you. I hope government will take care of this. Thank you so much, and thanks for what you are doing. May Allah sustain you and protect you.
Amen.
And
thank you. Thank you so much for that wonderful, contribution there. He brought up a lot of points about civil servant being constrained, like you only have one job, and if you're serving the government, you don't do anything else. So you don't have any other source of income. And even the money, because they've been fighting about minimum wage for the longest time, and with all the fuel subsidy removal and all that. So people don't even have enough for them to even sustain themselves. It's like the economy, it's just making it for a man to just survive hand to mouth, and that's
making it difficult for everybody. All right, hello, good morning. What's your name and location?
Hello, good morning.
Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I'm Mohammed Delaj. I'm calling from Bida in Niger State.
Niger State. All right, Mohammed, please go ahead.
Go ahead with your thoughts.
Let's have your reaction here.
Please stay away from your TV set. Stay away from your TV set.
All right, we'll have to take a message here. Mohammed, please, next, when you're calling us, when you try again, make sure you stay away from your TV and talk to us through your phone. All right, there's a message here, and it says, this country is not fair to all citizens in relation to pension regime style. The contributory pension scheme is a scam, honestly. If the country places premium on her citizens, the CPS should be abolished. And why? Because PFAs are repeating the pensions of their capitals. Okay. Abdul Karim from Mina, thank you so much for your message. Reaping. Okay, reaping. Yes, but the government is actually making it look as if the PFAs, are God sent. They're there to help out. All right, more messages coming in. Good morning, presenters. The condition of retirees in Nigeria is terrible. Our leaders are not helping at all. Instead, it is getting worse by the day. It is as if there are no laws in place regarding the issues. It is an act of wickedness. And according to him, in his opinion, he believes that if the former governor of Kano State, that's Kwankwaso, became president of Nigeria, he would have put things right the way they should be. Because when he was governor of his state, he fixed the issues concerning pensions and gratuity in a way that 1 month after retirement, you'll get your complete entitlement. And that is what a lot of pensioners are asking for. And that is what a lot of people actually see as, see fit as how it's supposed to happen.
This kind of, former government.
Before you go ahead.
All right.
That message was from John Tolorun Shogbon from Bida, Niger State.
I hope she didn't murder your name on that one. But yes, indeed, John pointed out a good thing. I mean, if we have, ex or former governors who are patriotic, who actually care about their people, and if they should put things in place, this could be done. Now, these are the reasons why they keep saying that Nigerians know what to do, but will not do it. All right, we have another caller there. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, your name and location.
My name, Bobo.
Okay.
I'm calling from the South State.
From Niger State?
Delta State.
Oh, Delta State. Thank you for joining us this morning. Go ahead.
My opinion is the president that we elect, that we are our president now, Bola Tinubu. Before, we have that fuel subsidies, commercial subsidy. Why did you just put the refinery on that before it announced subsidy removal?
But we're not talking about the subsidy removal.
Please, can you stick to the retirement?
We're talking about the retirement, retirees and their family members, the burden and the stress they go through in order to get their money.
Money scarce are there. What?
All right, Baba, I would actually advise you to just listen for a bit and then call us back, okay? Thank you so much. We have more callers on the line and we have more messages. So please, the number to call or send messages via WhatsApp is displayed on the screen. Okay?
Indeed. So, a lot of people are going through a lot, but then let's take up some few messages there.
The struggle of retirees is very pathetic in Niger State. We have so many people from Niger complaining. It said Niger State and the like. We pray that the new government in place will treat these issues humanely. We keep wondering why it takes so much time to process their benefits. And this is from Muhammad Shehu from Kwantogora in Niger State. All right, thank you so much, Muhammad Shehu.
Very sad one there. Okay, we have another message there. It says, I am Alhaji Musa Muhammad Hatleja from Jigawa State. Good morning, Husseina and Sumaya. Okay, he said your friend. Good morning. So he spoke about the programs where he said, to me, poor planning ahead of retirement period is the major obstacles that teased some retirees because only a few planned well to start businesses, farming and rearing animals during services, and the struggle expenditures of the retiree will never change due to poor plan, and that is the main problem that would put him, their family, in the trouble. And at the long last, or at the last end, to find himself paralyzed. Allah is so okay. Yeah, may God help us on all that matter. Indeed. Okay, there is also, but would you say that people are not planning right when there is no enabling environment, where you don't even earn a lot?
Well, the funny thing is, I love what someone actually said. They said, you plan for something and in the next few months, it all changes. Because imagine how the Naira is being devalued so badly that your money means nothing.
Indeed.
Hello, good morning. What's your name and location?
From Taraba State, Jalingo.
What's your name?
Akama Adunia.
All right, Akama, thank you for joining us. Go ahead with your reaction.
Honestly, the issue of retirees is very sympathetic. In fact, hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Pardon?
Go ahead. We can hear you.
Your head. So the issue is so sympathetic because how can somebody serve 35 years and after retiring, they will tell you that, like in the federal government sector, you have to stay for after retirement, you stay for 1 year before you are being paid your gratuity. You will not be paid, and it's not that you have stolen money from the government. How do they expect you to survive with your family? It is very sympathetic. The system is too poor to the going. And after being paid, how can they tell you that after serving 35 years, you cannot manage your money? It is sympathetic. How can they give you 25% or 50% of your gratuity and say you should use it and the remaining one will be kept as a subsequent pension pay? What sort of system is that? This is somebody that served 35 years and he has the knowledge and he's aged. If that money is given to him in bulk, he knows what he's going to do with it. But the situation whereby they said you should be given up, what for? This is somebody who suffered for that 35 years. He suffered and worked for 35 years diligently and efficiently for the state, for the government. But at the tail end, he's being considered as somebody who doesn't know what he's doing.
In fact, I want the government to look over the situation of retirees. Presently, you find out that many died before. Within that 1 year that you have been kept aside, no salary, nothing. That is why some of the retirees died easily. Because when they start thinking they didn't steal money and there's no way they can survive because there is no salary for 1 year. How do you survive? How do you go on? So it makes some of them die easily. So I want the federal government to think over that type of situation and look upon the retirees. Now that they're even talking of the palliatives, let me put that aside because it's not important on the topic now. But what I want us to understand that the government should look over the situation of retirees. Consider that they don't need anything from the government again. Pay them their gratuity, went to at least. What is bad? If other sectors are being paid after 2 or 3 months, why should other sectors be kept up to 1 year before they are paid? You should know that this person is about retiring, so you should know that you should get prepared and get his payment being done. Not that you should keep him for 1 year without anything. So that is my stake.
Thank you very much for that contribution. I mean, a lot of things are coming to light. You know, we know that immediately you retire, they give you about 25% or 50% of what has been gathered in order to start up something. Then the rest would come like consequently. But then now he's saying that some places have stalled it until after 1 year in order to give
really
it to
so what would you be doing
without your knowledge. It's like conservatorship, you know. Someone else having a control of your money without
and
you
then they keep getting interest.
Yes, and people keep calling on the governments. You know, that sometimes you just have to have somebody that would oversee those people and make sure, you know, they reap out the consequences of their actions. Okay, we have another caller. Good morning. Good morning. Are you with us?
Hello, yes, good morning.
Okay, your name and location, please.
My name is Mohamed Dalaja. I'm calling from Bida in Niger State.
Okay, go ahead, Mohamed.
The retirement in Nigeria is another episode, a very big episode. In fact, most especially our... Hello?
Yes, go ahead. We can hear you.
Hello?
Well, with you. Go ahead, please.
Okay. Most especially our security agencies. In fact, the policemen. I've witnessed many episodes where I saw the police retirees suffering. Most especially some die in their active service and their family were not paid. The struggle. In fact, in Nigeria, I don't see, maybe the time is coming, if government has not done anything on it, I don't see a reason why someone should be a civil servant. Because being a civil servant at 5 years and another year after retirement, your life will be wasted. With many things. At least something needs to be done in this country. Something urgent needs to be done by government. Look at the issue of fuel subsidy now. Are they going to increase their monthly pension for retirees? They are part of us. They are part of Nigeria. They are human beings like us. I think government needs to do something urgent. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much. Honestly, it's really, really sad. You know, we need to take care of the senior citizens. And in situations where he mentioned that the person dies and the family are not given anything. Now, these kind of things, when the people working in that system, the service, the people like the police and all that, hear things like that, and they know that at the end of your journey with the government, you don't have anything to show for it, that would motivate them to, you know, do the bad things, the corruption and all that we've been fighting against. So there is a lot to do. And Niger State people keep complaining, Husseina, about this situation. All right, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, your name and location, please.
My name is Adams Madaki. I'm calling from Gwagwalada, Abuja.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, please, I want to contribute to your topic for today.
Okay.
Yes, honestly speaking, what we are experiencing today concerning this pension scheme, the whole thing is a scam. You can imagine after retiring, after serving your government for 35, 36 years, when you go, they start asking you for primary school certificate, secondary school certificate. If you are not having all these things, will you pass all these years in service? some of these things have been misled, but now they are now asking you as a condition for you to be paid. Government need to look into it seriously. It's alarming. Enjoying your day. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that one. But, you know, on what he said, is it possible for, you know, say primary school that someone attended way back that could still be existing until now for you to go back and, you know, get your primary school certificate? That is if you've lost some, because we've seen situations of, you know, fire and all
incidents that. All right, we have another caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Yeah, what's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Jeremiah Daniel. I'm calling from Niger State.
All right, please, let's have your contribution.
Our contribution is just to say this issue of pension scheme. I don't know why Nigerians have to be patient this long, because we all know that this pension is just a scam. But I really don't want to say that people should go and protest, but being gentle or being silent to this unjust government is not really the way out, because you will see the politicians, they don't have anything like pension. They only loot the money and nobody is going after them. But you that you have been just faithful to serve your government, after 35 years, you will spend another 4 or 5 years without the money. In fact, the issue is just that the pension has been praying for you to die, so that they know probably your family cannot access it and it has become like the illegal money to use. So I want to advise the new government, if there is any way of abolishing this issue of pension scheme, I think it will be better. Or if they cannot abolish it, they should be able to address it. Maybe bring some policies that will now present those who are in charge of the pension. Because if you look like the issue of minor, that how many million they say the man eats and nothing has been done to him. So please and please, if you people that are there, you have the way of telling the government to know what to do, because very soon the patience of the workers will not work again. Probably they will come to the street or they start doing something which is not supposed to be done. So that's my advice, please. Thank you.
Thank you for that contribution. And now, Hussein, the point is, everybody is even talking about, you know, how you go back to collect your money and there's a lot of stress. Let's not forget that there are states that do not even pay the pension at all, even after your whole documentation and all that. Yes.
No, but why do you even need documentation every month to go get your pensions? Are you not supposed to give them an account where they know you're a pensioner, and you know they transfer the money monthly just like salaries?
Honestly, at this point, I wish that we could have somebody from the pension office, you know, to call and try to defend themselves, because nobody seems to have good news on this matter. Okay, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, your name and location, please.
How are you?
Fine, thank you. Your name and location, please.
Am I speaking to Trust TV?
Yes, you are. Go ahead.
What was surprising to me is that somebody will work for 35 years and will not get his payment. I take example of my late brother's wife. She died 2014. My wife retired 2017. I also have somebody, a deceased person, who died 2017. Nobody talked about their money again in Niger State.
It's a very sad situation there. I think you're paying more attention to your TV than to us.
Somebody was elected. He's not enjoying. He's not enjoying in the Senate, and he was the governor. He didn't pay anybody.
All right. Thank you so much for that amazing contribution there on that one. I mean, we're talking about even the people living not getting their money, you know, talk more of the people who are dead for family to go and retrieve their money. It's a very sad situation. You get frustrated to a point that you don't even want to go back again after being stressed for months to get the money of someone whom you have lost.
All right. Let's see this message. Here he said, thanks for the topic. Retirees are not finding it easy Government, in line with Pension Reform Act, are required to upgrade the pension at least within 5 years or anytime salaries are increased, but this is not being done, while retired permanent secretaries retired with 100% of their salaries, others go home with peanuts. Government should consider the pensioners in their planning. And this from Adeni Ronkayode. We have this one. He says he loves this program so much. Good morning. He's a first timer. Thank you so much for your message. We hope you continue to watch us. Now, good morning. If the CPS is good, why exonerating the perm sec? This, I don't think this is for us. This is definitely not for us. Thank you so much. Good morning. PFAs are heartless, truly. This is your opinion. My mom retired from Kaduna State as a director since 2017, but till this day, she hasn't received anything from the PFA or the state government. Now, the issue has made her to go into depression. Really, really sad. Please talk to them to do the needful because people are dying. And this is from Dogo, Engineer Dogo from Kaduna. We're really sorry for your predicament, Dogo, and we pray that something happens to alleviate you of all the burden soon. Good morning. Yes, civil servants should start businesses while they're serving, but the main problem is that what kind of business will you start when you're earning 18 to 30K, which is less than minimum wage, and you live in a rented house and family to take care of and bills to pay? This is from Ibrahim in Maiduguri. I thank you so much, Ibrahim.
All right, good morning. The government are thinking of security challenges, but they are not thinking about the military men and women that, upon seeing 35 years, cannot build a house or feed good due to the low pay. So look at the Nigerian army, for example. Salary is not so it's not something to write home about, and senators are getting about 35 million naira for holidays. A really, really sad one there. Now we know that is someone firsthand based on the way he framed it. You know, soldiers that are securing the borders for us while we sleep, you know, are not getting paid enough. A very sad situation there. We hope that the government look into it. Abdul Samad Muhammad, the next message reads, is from Abdul Samad. He said, I voluntarily retired and this is 3 years now after having my screening and the OTP serving governor then promised not to allow the newly sworn governor to inherit our payment. And look at me now spending my 4 years without receiving anything. Please call the attention of Katsina State to please do something about Katsina State retirees. Now, I was thinking it was only Niger states, you know.
Oh, it's not just Niger
one
states.
of the we know that they are one of the small states, you know, with not much of development, unlike other big states. So Katsina also, I mean, we're getting this. A lot of people, and earlier you mentioned Benue. Lots of things are happening, and it's so sad. The federal government and the state government should have to work together to create something, you know, for these people. It doesn't even, I mean,
most
you should have a decision.
Is giving people access to their money.
Yes,
to
you
do
should make a
they
decision about your money. All right, we have another caller there. Good morning. Good morning. Please tone down the volume of your TV set. Okay, are you with us? Your name and location, please. All right, I think the caller needs to, you know, stay away from your TV set in order to call us, or reduce the volume so that we can talk. You can't hear yourself talk, okay? So let's talk to each other instead about this. This is a serious topic that we hope that, you know, the government officials, the stakeholders involved would, you know, talk or fix these situations for people. Okay, you're here with us. Good morning. All right, I think we lost that caller there on that one. So we just hope at the end of the day, it's still the same thing. It's the same, you know, repetition of situations. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, your name and location, please.
Yeah, my name is Enter Sam. I'm calling from Yobe.
Okay, thank you for joining us. Go ahead with your contribution.
Well, my contribution concerning the retirement scheme. At times, our parents, though my father is a retired police officer, he served for 35 years. And the issue of pay off of what they are taking home is not even something to write home about. And the issue of this pension contribution scheme, right now, there is nothing the government of the day are doing about it, not especially in the aspect of in the part of police officers. Now look at it, somebody spent 35 years in service, he's end up giving 25 to 30,000 with a family of 10 or 15. Check out medical bills, check out heart rate. Okay, now look at this for instance. If somebody, you see him successfully, let me bring it as the aspect of where I know, successfully in this job. Either he took loan from the bank to establish himself or to build a house. How much the government are they paying? In which a person will retire and his benefit are not being given, for heaven's sake. Please, you as a voice of the voiceless, as a media people, you are the people to help the masses, most especially the people in the service and the retirees. That is my take for this. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for that contribution there. An amazing part he talked about, lots of people going through the same thing, and at the end of the day, Hussein, it still boils down to the salary. I'm not being paid enough. I mean, if you're paying the civil servants a lot of money, then even when you give some, then they can actually save some from their own angle, where at the end of the day, before their pension, have a lot of situations to fix and all that from their end, which we're trying to give them the benefit of the doubt, then at least you from your own end have something to fall back on before it. And even if we should push that people should, go save money, where would they save from? How would they do it? But honestly, Nigerians need to change the whole mentality of relying on one source of retirement plan, because we've seen a lot of people, die from that kind of, shock and disappointment. When you rely on, it's either you're leaving your children, you're expecting your children to be your own retirement plan when they're trying to build on their own family, or you're expecting the pension, to pay you. So what if they disappoint you? What happened? What happened to both?
All right. Well, I think there are lots of sectors that actually needs to be covered, to be revamped. This particular government has a lot of work to do, and I mean it. So it's not going to be a one-day job, and hopefully we'll get to a point where all these issues and these challenges that pensioners face will be a foregone story.
Well, I meant to that.
Now we'll just take a few more messages and then we'll wrap up this particular topic. My contribution to your topic is as follows. Government should encourage servicing civil public servants to access their pension funds while in service to invest themselves, which, if blessed, may even make them resign and embrace business to allow the youth to be replaced. Some workers lack working capital to do businesses. Yes, that's true. But please, next time, endeavor to include your name and your location, okay?
All right, we have another one. Says, good morning. I'm a serving civil servant and is calling on the 10th Senate to look into this pension of a thing. It's really a scam, okay? A scam program. And his name is Omenga from Zaria. I hope I pronounced your name right. Thank you so much for that one. What we keep saying, federal government, sometimes we need to be precise on, okay, we're calling on the Senate, something should be done. We're calling on the president, something should be done. Because
they're all the federal government, so they should all do something about it.
In things like that, people tend to, shy away from situations like this, and this one will push the blame on this person. Nobody to hold accountable for these situations. So we hope that, people get to the stakeholders who do the right thing by these people who served them for years. I mean, without them, the country wouldn't have grown this far. All right, so we have a caller. I think this will be the last call for today. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, your name and location, please.
I'm Buba by name, calling from Borno State.
Okay, Buba, thank you for joining us. Go ahead with your contribution on the topic.
In fact, I'm happy that you brought up this program. In our state here in Borno, in fact, the government here does not do anything tangible for people. People are suffering a lot. After retiring for 35 years, you won't be paid your gratuity, nor be paid your pension. About 10, 11 years, people have not been paid their gratuity nor pension. Please, it is proper for the government to do something, because people are dying. People will die and leave their gratuity behind. Those that their parents died, they are supposed to be paid, what do we call it, death gratuity. But to date, nothing has been paid. They are just dying. People withdrew from school, either primary, secondary, or university, because no money to pay. So I think the attention of the Borno State government should be drawn so that something tangible should be done to elevate all these problems. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Buba, for that contribution. We hope that the governor of Borno State, who, some people have said that he is one of the good governors, will take a look
working governor.
Working governor, indeed.
Who's really, really working
for
and, has the interest of the people at heart.
So we hope that he gets to, take a look into this matter and fix it for them, because the senior citizens are, top priority. They actually set their foundation for us to, still be here and enjoy something. So honestly, there should be something to look forward to.
And with that, we have actually come to the end of this segment. We appreciate each and every one of you for your contributions, whether it's via calls or even messages. We cannot express how much we deeply appreciate, you guys tuning in and watching. And hopefully next week, we would be bringing you more interesting topics for of discussion. It has to be social issues that affect each and every one of us. You're still watching Daybreak Extra on Trust TV. Please stick around.